and welcome back for another round of HellfireComms Patreon TV Comms. Today we are returning to Ruroni Kenshin, Trust and Betrayal for Acts 3 and 4. Essentially the second half of this little special / OVA and whatnot. I'm not going to recap the first two acts. You can go watch / listen to them if you want to be caught up. But suffice it to say, I believe the Betrayal part will be coming in these two. So, Volk, if you're ready, let's begin with Act 3 of Ruroni Kenshin, Trust and Betrayal.
Alrighty, I'm ready to be betrayed in the most epic way possible.
He'll never see it coming. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah, check the video description if you need syncing instructions. I knew I was forgetting something. Anywho, after the incident, Kenshin and Tomo had to vacate to a random village and pretend to be husband and wife, because yeah, a lot of bad shit happened.
I'm pretty sure I saw a storyline very similar to this when I was playing through Brave Exvius a few months back. I think it was like some event to do with ninjas, and they had like a very similar thing where a lot of like the ninja's family got killed. He finds like a girl, they go off and get married, and it was all in a matter of convenience and what have you. It's all a bit weird.
I really should be interrupting you when you're chopping wood. I know how you get. No, it is fine, wife, in quotation marks.
Imagine if he did the actual quotation marks as well. Yes, it is no problem, waifu. It's alright. He's only cleaving wood, he's not cleaving bodies like we saw in the last couple of parts. Although, I have to admit, ever since watching the first two parts of this, and watching through the first three parts of Elfen Lied, I'm a little more tempered with the violence as it was suddenly thrust upon us over the last few commissions that we received.
These Patreon commissions run the spectrum, really. On the one hand, you have Fairy Tale, which maybe has a little bit of, you know, fan service, but isn't too gory. And then you have Elfen Lied, which is, holy shit, it looks like fucking Pop Team Epic with, like, red paint everywhere.
It's like BRB just going to kill 24 people in the space of 5 minutes.
So I forget, have you actually watched any of the series and whatnot, mate?
I've only seen bits of it, but it wasn't like complete episodes or anything that usually it's something right at the end before something I was more inclined to watch came up immediately afterwards. Like maybe it was a bit of Cowboy Bebop or a bit of Outlaw Star, maybe.
Oh. Outlaw Star, there's a show, like, if you miss the opening, fuck it, just put it in the bin. Reach into your TV, take it out, put it in the bin.
Just turn over and watch Shaman King instead or something.
I ain't saying Outlaw Star is a bad show, it's a great show, but that intro is fucking phenomenal. Yeah,
it kind of just kills everything, just because, alright, I've seen everything now, this is the apex.
This is a really nice, calm opening to what no doubt will be a very sad ending. I haven't taken a look at spoilers or anything, so I have no idea how this concludes. Thank you. A package. You could give me a baby. No, we're not actually married.
You will get this plate and you will like it. I will treasure it like our firstborn son.
Ah, fish. It is well known that women's weakness is fish. He protected her from said fish.
Watch out! This fish is at least 2 days old. Thank you, where would I be without your discerning eye?
I have to be honest, I don't think I've ever eaten, like, fish fresh from the ocean and whatnot. I'm not that cultured.
I personally only ever do it when I'm going out to a fancy fish restaurant, because, you know, I feel like I owe it to myself to at least try it as fresh as I can. I mean, I've tried a couple of bits of fish, like some fresh cod, some fresh salmon, and I think the most unusual I ever had was fresh squid. That was a very unique and interesting experience. Probably wouldn't do it again, but I wouldn't say that I would regret it necessarily. It just wasn't quite what I was hoping it would be.
I keep forgetting there's, like, ancient Chinese / Japanese Beyblades there.
Yeah, that's the thing with this show. Like, the more I look into it, the more I realize that this is so accurate to, like, what actually happened around the era that they're portraying, that the only way you can really nitpick some of the things that are going on is if you're going full-blown trivia / TV tropes on the damn thing.
Yeah, oh Jesus, crowning moment of suck, the Beyblade spins the wrong way in a certain scene.
Oh no, my counterweight has lost balance, I need to go out and grab a new one.
Mirror, mirror in my hand, who is the fairest in the land? It ain't you, you.
And so betrayal it is then.
Well, it's treason then. And she just spins at Kenshin in the bed.
Look, I know we wanted to get freaky in bed, but this wasn't what I meant.
Oh, okay. Note to self, don't roleplay as Palpatine. People will never appreciate it.
Oh, there's worse fetishes you could have, trust me. In fact, I'd probably go as far as to say that's one of the more normal ones. Speak to me like the Emperor. Your arrogance blinds you. Oh! Take me now, you stallion!
Oh, shock me and throw me down a fucking pit.
Hey, it's meant to be Palpatine roleplay, not Mace Windu.
Now, I forget who this character in particular is. Was he the dude who, like, judges all the assassinations and whatnot?
I believe so. I'm not entirely sure what his deal is, but I think he's been something of a mentor / brother father figure for Kenshin.
I'm wary of going too near the characters page because I don't want to happen across spoilers.
That is fair enough. That is probably a very sensible idea. We will make do where we can, as we tend to do with these sort of TV comms.
Well, at least they're pushing the shogunate back. That's a good thing. Don't forget, this is all based on actual history and whatnot.
Yeah, so if you are up to scratch with your Japanese history, you'll probably have a huge appreciation for everything that's going on here. For us, we're just in it mostly for the action, the storytelling, and the drama.
Well, you know, sometimes people gotta stay behind while all the brave people go on a boat. You know what I'm saying, Fuger-san?
I just can't help but think of his reaction, just like, yeah, he turned into a coward. What? Impossible! And it's just like, no, it's very easy to be a coward if you think about it.
So, he called him a coward, and then he said, oh, the coward gave you some money. Dude's a hero in my book, he's enabling me. I like that.
At least it's not like the Klingon Empire, it's just like, you are a coward and without honor. It's just like, well, there's only one answer to that, just like, battle to the death.
Da 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 da, and so on.
You have to pull off the thing with your not wife for just a little while longer.
Oh god, the Tories are after him. He'll never escape now. Oh look, they're fucking up Brexit. Never mind.
Is it really possible to fuck that thing up more than it already has? Let's be honest here.
Just change it to fuck it. You know, that's a better name.
That's like the first sensible thing I've heard about this whole shebang. Because that really is what it seems like, right? They're just, fuck it, do whatever. Just let's be done with it so we're not talking about it for the next 50 years or whatever.
Yeah, sorry, we are just like hot off the heels of the Pokemon Gen 8 reveal, where it's Sword and Shield and the Galar region, which is obviously based on the UK. It's literally the UK but flipped upside down.
Although I am on the fence that it may be more towards Scotland than England, perhaps, just because I'm not sure if the memes are necessarily helping in this regard, but I can see a lot of like the references with like the snow areas and like that big castle place that looks like Edinburgh, what have you. They don't seem that concerned, really. Either they're playing it very, very well, or there's a lot going on behind the scenes that we don't know about, which obviously is being alluded to with, what's-his-face from earlier. Obviously, there's a lot of undercover shebangery going on that's going to help overthrow the shogunate.
I do know one spoiler in particular, and you're very right about things being undercover.
Ah, how cryptic.
I like to brush my hair, while in solitude, while in secrecy.
Little does he know I've hidden razor blades within each strand of hair.
Wow. That's a really convoluted way of creating a fire for a soul color, I'm not gonna lie.
You mean, apart from, like, all the ones that's literally just a giant dong made out of, like, a rectangle and 2 spheres?
Alright, you said you weren't gonna bring up the character creator anymore. I'm not sure I can put up with this for much longer. Oh? A single dagger with a ribbon. Priceless, but I'll use it to kill whoever gets in my way.
Imagine if it's just the scabbard and he, like, pulls out a note, I owe you 1 dagger. Just like, god damn it!
Well, don't forget, she is the sheath to Kenshin's sword.
You seem to have forgotten that. I am the sword.
Music's very nice right now. It's not, I won't call it tense exactly, but it's got a little undercurrent of, like, worry or danger to it. Majora's Mask did the same thing over time with the Clocktown theme.
Yeah, although, I don't know if it's just me, but I can't help but think back to, I can't remember the actual name of the song, but it's one that goes, da 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 da, and it's like got the twinkly keyboard in the background.
I have literally no idea what you're talking about. Was that even a Zelda song, or were you just humming it innermost thoughts?
No, it's just a song I happen to know about, which is well known, yet I don't know the name for, because it's probably something ass backwards that requires an entire sentence.
We're eating well tonight, Kenshin. We may not be married, but, well, we probably should be in the morning, let's just put it that way.
It's just like, you have proven to be an able man. I say we put this on for real.
I'm gonna ride you more than the sturdiest donkey in all of Japan.
Oh, steady on, love. So I do actually have the TV tropes page open this, and I have been sort of haphazardly flicking through it, trying my best to avoid the odd spoiler and things like that, but apparently this particular show got 2 separate dubs.
Huh.
Let me see if I can actually find the page here that states exactly what was going on in that regard, because they had one which was like an uncensored version and another which was a censored version. Ah yes, here we go. You have one which was done by Animax, which was dubbed as Samurai X, which was a title given the blessing by the actual creator of the show, since he was a fan of X-Men and lots of people were inspired by the X-Men, apparently. I'm not sure how true that is. This is TV tropes. You have to take what you find here with a pinch of salt. And there was another one, which was just Ruroni Kenshin, done by Bang Zoom, which saw official release in North America. The Animax dub was received in both Asia and Europe. Both had cast Richard Cancino as Kenshin, so obviously they thought, hey, he's done a good job, we may as well have him for both. Or maybe it was just to maybe maintain an air of consistency, I'm not entirely sure. But the Samurai X dub was actually toned down to suit a more younger audience, whereas the Bang Zoom dub was the one which was more, I guess, true to the original source material and was displayed on the likes of Netflix.
Okay.
So if you do want to watch the main series, you'll probably actually find it on Netflix.
I might take you up on that, but then again, I might just forget.
That's fair enough. You'll probably go editing this TV comment and just like, oh yeah, I was meant to do that, wasn't I? Oh well.
One day the drugs will run out, and then we'll have nothing to sell, and then we'll have to work the fields, and then we'll really be husband and wife.
Oh, he thinks he's so slick. I saw that smirk towards the end. He knows something. But what exactly does he know? That he's about to get betrayed? Or is he the betrayee, perhaps? Maybe he set this whole thing up.
You mean betrayer? Betrayer would be someone who's betrayed.
Yeah, it could well be that way too, for all I know. That's the tricky thing about double crossing. Sometimes you get all crossed up.
Oh, this hair is so good.
Nom 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 nom.
Like, my hair is pretty long, so that just naturally happens sometimes.
Well, this is the problem when all your shampoos have, like, scents of fruit in them. It just makes you want to eat each individual strand.
Just too much rain. Like, did the UK send us its climate? What's going on?
Yep, we imported many things, including our weather.
Oh, that was really cute. I just like the idea of someone putting some clouds in a box and then shipping it off.
And thus the greenhouse was soon invented to help tackle this problem.
Did they wrap him up, that little Buddha, in like a swath? That was cute.
Well, you gotta protect him from the elements.
There's danger afoot, Volk. But there's sake here, I think?
Well, if there's booze involved, there's nothing to worry about.
Yeah, one of these days we could sit close to each other. I mean, we're not really husband and wife, but... Alright, I'll just come right out and say it. I think the grass monkey is probably the weakest of the starters in Gen 8.
Oh, why would you say something so bold, yet so brave? I'm not gonna lie, I think he is the weaker of the three as well, but it's not necessarily by much. It's more like we have a weird and unusual grass type, rather quirky and cutesy water type, and then you have the fire type that just blows everyone out the water. It's basically the Froakie of this generation.
I fucking
just
love
like, there is
Scorbunny.
one starter that just absolutely kills it.
I like all of them though, I'm gonna be like serious. It's not like a Gen 5 situation where I didn't really care for Snivy and Tepig was... It was a choice that didn't really pan out for me in the end because there was no fucking firefighter. But, it was whatever.
Yes, Smugleaf was just the best. There was no contest in that generation, to be honest with you. Although, we used to have this conversation about the starters and which one seems obviously better, but we all know we can't really answer that question until we see their Stage 3 evolutions. That's where it's going to ultimately come down to in the end. We can hype about the Stage 1s as much as we like, but until we see what that Stage 3 form is like, we can't judge. We could well have Scorbunny start as the really cutesy and awesome looking Stage 1 and then end up turning into like Mega Beef Rabbit or something like that and just look completely out of place.
I think we missed something very important here. Oh, it was just a flashback, maybe?
She's a little out of sorts. This has just been a very ambient episode so far. There's not a whole lot of action going on, but there's obviously a lot of alluding to stuff. There's a lot of subtle things perhaps going on in the background. And we're just now starting to see all the flashbacks and what have you that... If she is going to be betraying someone, which is looking very, very likely she will, maybe this is the point in time where she's sort of beginning to have second thoughts, or maybe there's some other form of regret starting to set in.
Oh, you motherfucker! He is the betrayer!
I can't say I'm too surprised, but at the same time, I wasn't expecting him to come out as the betrayer first.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Oh, jeez. Well, I'm out of here. I was just gonna sell you some stuff, but oh, now I'm dying. Now I'm dying. Now I'm dead.
So I'm a bad guy now. I'm not supposed to care about my friends.
So he was bringing money and whatnot to, like, help him, but at the same time he was just gathering intel and whatnot.
That's how they do. They just sit in there quietly gathering intelligence and then they'll scuttle away quietly and then before they know it, all their plans have been revealed and everything's about to get fucked up the ass.
Indeed, and then smash cut to Mo doing laundry and whatnot.
It's just like, see? How could you think I was the betrayer? I'm just out here trying to grow my crops and do the goddamn laundry.
The guy who was with them is her brother. Okay. I think. It wasn't clear. He looked a lot older in that close-up. Also, his face was very wide.
He looks a lot more meaner, like seeing death and battle has honed him into more of a man.
I'm betraying you. What? Did you say something? No, I was just mumbling.
You know, he's a slight adjustment to the hairdo away from being Hiei from Yu Yu Hakusho.
I know just enough about that show to understand who you're talking about.
I mean, Yu Yu Hakusho is just one of those shows where you don't necessarily need to watch the entire thing. You could just watch the first tournament arc and basically be satisfied. Oh, that tournament arc is so good. I'd say even today with the likes of Dragon Ball Super, it's still one of the best tournament arcs I've seen in an anime.
Oh shit, was she originally gonna do the thing?
Maybe she changed her mind and that's where all the flashbacks were coming in? Ooh.
Yeah, go home. Smack. Smack, smack, smack. Go home. Stop trying to be revenging people.
Enough revenge. Go home and be a family man.
But I want revenge. You know, I'm gonna take a wild stab in the dark and say Kenshin can hear you at this point.
Yeah, it was like just about to come into the door and it's just like, ah, so this is what you were planning.
Take some apples with you as well, it's gonna be a long trip.
Ugh, that man.
Is he gonna rush him? No, he's just leaving. It's a wise move, honestly. Oh yeah, a fine harvest.
Well, at least the weather didn't get to them as much as we were thinking in the first time we saw them. Ah yes, I can kill dudes and I can farm. Aren't I just the best false husband you can imagine?
False husband, falsened. Husballs. I just like portmanteaus. Ah yes, plain rice. It's the shiznit.
Did you notice the tiny daggers that I put in there?
I did taste a little bit of iron, I'm not gonna lie.
But you know, it's good. It's good for the bloodstream. Oh yes, it will.
And now I will release my stand, Metallica! Oh, it's coming, mate. Oh, I'm looking forward to it.
I still can't believe that I haven't actually watched the latest episode of Part 5, but they apparently succeeded in explaining King Crimson in a way that makes sense.
They did. Also, it's a very feelsy episode, but I'm not going to spoil it for you.
No, that's alright. I'll probably get to it in the next day or two, and then I'll immerse myself in the hype as I do.
Ah, yes. Dive headfirst into the goop that is JoJo.
You know, part of me wouldn't be surprised if Kenshin kinda knew what she was originally planning on doing this whole time.
He is very savvy.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't see him as the sort of guy that would just not notice something was up.
There you go. Neither a skilled swordsman nor a statesman, but he is a kind man. He's also kind of evil, I'm not sure.
The jury's out on that one still, but, you know, he's a good man, I guess, so, you know, yeah, maybe.
And then the Fire Nation attacked. Nothing has been the same since.
It always comes back to the last airbender.
Oh, I see. That just complicates matters more. Like, I think if he found out she was in a false marriage, he would kill her on the spot. Oh, he's dead. Never mind.
They already beat you to it.
Wow, that was the fastest example of me borrowing Pat's stand crazy talk that I've ever seen. Crazy talk activates to prove Pat wrong, essentially. Its speed varies, but it is oftentimes very fast and very humbling.
Fair enough. The power of custom JoJo stands in a nutshell.
So now he knows. There's no turning back from this.
Well, at least she opened up, and it wasn't like she tried to kill him and then was just like, this was a mistake. You're only saying that because you failed to kill me.
Yeah, I've seen that happen all too many times, honestly.
It's like they only regret the decision when it just utterly falls apart in their face.
Well, that one meme me and THD, or THD and I, are enraptured with. I'm a genius! Oh no!
Oh no! We suck again!
So, do you want this umbrella or not? Because I've been holding it for a while now. I guess not.
Well, they appear to be in cahoots with each other now, so... The sides have switched in some kind of weird way. It seems like Wifey is on Kenshin's side now, at least it seems that way. And the small child who was hell-bent on revenge and the other guy who just revealed himself to be the traitor are maybe coming to an understanding?
Oh no! Tomo! Did you stub your toe? Do you like that pun that I just made? Come. Hold my hand. This is essentially second base in feudal Japan.
I'm fine with whatever they're doing here as long as it doesn't end like Clannad did in this situation.
Oh god.
I don't think I could take that level of feels again.
Aww. And thus a bond is struck. Yes, I saw it. It was kawaii.
And so the crane of bonding flies away. A new social link has been unlocked.
Ah, the pact is sealed. Thank you, Birthday Skull. See you next time. The colours in this episode are really nice.
Like I said, it's a very just environmental and ambient episode this time around. There's not a whole lot of action, but there's a lot of establishing shots, a lot of metaphors, a lot of symbolism, a lot of talking as well.
No, I'm not bored. I don't know whether that's just because I'm in a good mood right now. That, you know, it changes. It changes depending on, like, how I'm feeling. But No, I'm liking this a lot.
Yeah, it's one of those episodes that obviously has a lot to it, but there isn't really much to talk over. I think the only thing I've really noticed with this episode that kind of irked me was when they first lit the fireplace, and it was very obvious that they used a real-life fireplace and not like an animated thing.
I didn't even notice that, but now the truth is fully out in the open. Please, let me give you the other half of your scar. Oh, it's such a sexy scar. Yeah! Third base.
She is going in for the suck, isn't she? It's like, oh yeah, baby. You know I'm good.
More like Ruroni Kenshin, trust and betrayal.
Oh, nice.
It was kind of stupid, actually, but thank you.
More like trust and bend over. See, mine's probably worse.
He was from the west, I was from the east. Now we're getting some sex.
But it's tasteful. It's a sort of like really tasteful, softcore-y, you know, it's not like in your face like it happens to be with stuff like Devilman, where it's just like, hey, check out this drunk party, we're having sex with each other to summon the demons.
Yeah! Sorry, I went a bit too intense there. Okay, maybe it's not the sex, maybe it's just being close.
Yeah, sometimes you just want to cuddle. Well, at least she's not crying blood anymore. I can imagine that being really inconvenient.
Yeah, do not cry bloody tears. Dracula has a patent and he will soon. That's obviously just a real fire.
It's just superimposed on the animation. It's like Who Framed Roger Rabbit, but in reverse.
Did that Beyblade grow like 10 times its initial size?
Well, you're not wrong, but I think it's just because it's closer to us, so I get the feeling it's a perspective thing. But imagine it, it's just like, yeah, I upgraded my Beyblade, it's now 5 times the size of your regulation version. After all, it's not breaking the rules if your opponent doesn't know the rules.
We're all atoning here, Tomo. That's just how it is on this bitch of a world.
We're all sinners.
Some more than others. I'm not going to mention names. Flame.
Oh, look at her trying to be all sultry, thinking that we won't notice. Deep down he's thinking, maybe I should have pressured her into the beach.
The opportunity was there and I didn't take it!
Because it's just like, this is what I get for being the nice guy.
Let's see, they call this perfume. Oh it is actually, okay.
So what do you reckon she's going for here? Maybe a bit of Tiger Lily, maybe he's trying to appeal for Kenshin, and maybe putting a bit of sandalwood behind the ears?
Sandalwood? She's not a fucking table.
No, sandalwood is an actual fragrance. Like, you see it in just about every, like, Airwick and Glade product imaginable these days.
It was a better happiness. Honestly, this one has more perks.
This agreement is also known as a loan. It's just like, he took away my happiness, but then he paid it back with interest.
Oh no, wifey's leaving!
And second love, letting him know, yeah, I'm not fresh.
My first love was Nintendo, I'm sorry.
Well, at least he left him a towel.
Okay, it's Tomoe. I think I've been calling her Tomoe, like some fucking pleb. Oh, you traitorous fucking snake!
I found a spy. It was me all along! Stabs him in the face.
Will he believe him, though? You must kill her! Only when you are pure. And... Look, I'm going for a bros before hoes things here, Kenshin. We don't have time to explain.
Yeah, but we all know what's going on here. But of course, we, as the viewers, do not know what Kenshin knows. It's like, hey, remember when you got that man? That was awesome, right? We should totally do that again.
My fiancé was killed in the streets of Kyoto. I'm not sure if it's that man or it was the assassin who came to get them. That was the spoiler that I read, by the way.
Ah, fair enough. And the wound opens up again. It's just like, oh god, I thought I was over this.
Ooh, very nice ending.
Very much suiting. Although, I don't think if you knew if there was a fourth part, you would be a bit like, ah, god damn it! But no, this makes perfect sense. I'm pretty sure these were all released sort of like roughly around the same time. At least I'd like to think so.
Once a week, I think, is like the perfect, like, middle ground, really.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, mate, I have Act 4, the final one, up, so if you're ready, let's finish off Ruroni Kenshin, Trust and Betrayal.
Alright, the seeds of betrayal have been sown. They grew into beautiful turnips. Now let's see how this story closes.
Alright, let's, what's the opposite of planting something? Harvest those betrayal turnips. Fuck it, here we go, in 3, 2, 1.
Betrayal turnips, the most delicious type of turnip.
No, just don't talk to me, alright? I'm on my game right now. The cross-shaped wound!
Yes, so this will be no doubt where Kenshin gets his iconic second wound.
Oh, that's gotta be dope, mate.
No doubt he's gonna kill some fucker in cold blood to, get it.
Yeah.
It'll probably be this dude right here, because he has a silly mustache.
Got it. Really? Because he has facial hair, that's why he's gonna be killed, not because he betrayed him?
Well, I mean, the facial hair kind of gives him away as being something of a villain. I mean, nobody who grows that little facial hair is a good guy.
Oh. I'm sorry, I just don't have the testosterone to grow a full beard.
No, you're just far too villainous to put the time into it. Alright, what's going on here? Did the perfume do something else? I wondered, like, maybe she poisoned herself or something? Or is she just feeling out of sorts over everything that's going on?
I'm not sure, honestly, but she's gone home to Evil Land.
And Anishi's like, looks like revenge is back on the menu, boys!
How do orcs know what a menu is?
I don't know. How do orcs know how to speak like proper English like that? I suppose the same reason as that, which would be Saruman's magic. He just like gave him like a Chinese takeaway menu at one point because he didn't feel like feeding him. Just like, here's a menu. Just pick whatever you want and just go and order it.
Man, just put a fucking band-aid on that sucker. You're gonna bleed out soon enough.
Well, you know what? Just die, because then that way you'd have to worry about it. You know, just get it over and done with. Lose all the blood.
I've got 2 swords for this occasion. There was that one fucking Muso game where this guy had like 6 katanas and he wielded like 2 in each hand. It was kind of nuts, honestly.
Bit like Gilgamesh, but then again, he has the arms to wield the armaments, as it were. Except in Final Fantasy VIII, because half of Gilgamesh's arm were replaced with cardboard cutouts, but we don't talk about that. That still is like one of the most hype Final Fantasy moments I think ever. It's just Odin comes along trying to like insta-kill the boss that's in front of you. The other guy reverses it, kills Odin, and then Gilgamesh comes down and like steals Odin's sword. It was brilliant.
Sounds pretty sick.
Oh, it was like the sickest thing I ever seen. It was... When you see Odin, it's just like this thing, it's just like, hey, I'm just gonna summon Odin and instantly kill something. And then it's just like, you see him, oh shit, he's gonna kill the boss for me, and he just like gets cleaved in half himself. That was like a mind-blowing moment in on itself.
So, Volk does love his Final Fantasy, but whatever.
Yes, well, I suppose I have been playing a lot of Final Fantasy XIV recently as well, so that might be, causing a bad influence on me.
A little. Every time I look at Discord, it says you're playing the fucking thing.
Hey, I mean, once I catch the Final Fantasy bug, I'm in there for a while. What can I say?
Oh, Tom, these commentaries are taking up so much time that I could be playing Final Fantasy with.
Okay, now you know that isn't true. It's only because we haven't got comms to do.
I know. This guy's giving me Ericus vibes, but I'm just like, I'm face-shaming him here. His face looks like another face.
I don't like you, because your face looks like another face.
Oh god, he's gonna put, Tomoe. I'm just gonna call her Tomo. That's how I pronounce it. He's gonna, like, put Tomo out as, like, bait, isn't he?
Tomoe's Tavern!
You have fucking ruined this commentary. It is done, it is dirt. Hugh Butkiss.
I couldn't even think of a clever, like, Japanese name to spin in that way.
Does she have the knife? Yes. Good, you still have your knife. That is just straight up fucking Sasuke.
Oh shit, that was Yellow Snow!
Hello. Oh. God, I hope that wasn't poisoned.
You know it was poisoned. You know how ninjas do.
Oh, God, that hurts so good. What? What?
Oh god, it's a yellow snow again!
Why is he doing that exactly? Oh?
I don't know, but everybody knows that snow isn't just fresh like that. Generally speaking, if you're grabbing a fistful of snow like that, you're gonna have, like, dirt and gravel and god knows what else in there.
So she was trying to assassinate this dude, but, now we're just getting a lecture from fucking Zembus. Emotions are gay.
I'm in Organization 13, but I like to keep my pimp hands strong.
Once again, to reiterate, love bad, killing good.
Betrayal. Very, very fun as it turns out.
Yeah, everyone should have a bit of betrayal in their life, whether on the receiving end or on the giving end. Oh, what?
I have a secret to tell you. I am Qui-Gon Jinn. Do not tell anyone.
Harder, Daddy? What? What?
That would probably be in the literal sense, so that's probably a little more disturbing than I would like, to be fair.
Hell yeah, get fucked, Sasuke.
Doesn't even look at him, it's just like, get that weak shit out of here.
Well, you tried, I'll give you that. No, please.
Must have one more mouthful of delicious snow.
Can't get enough of that crunchy snow. Dead.
This snow tastes like blood.
Haha! And then just like 10 guns come out of nowhere.
Ah, the signal has been raised. We've been rumbled.
Was it Kenshin who did that? That was her fiance, right, his name?
Yeah, I believe so. If we are going by this as the whole, yeah, this was my first lover, but then he got killed, and that's why my happiness was taken away by him, and where the whole path of revenge sort of started setting into motion. But as they were closer, whether it was fake or not, she felt an attachment, and slowly that feeling of revenge started to wash away. But of course, the plan was there in writing, so it's going to be a little bit difficult to explain that, especially when you seem to come from a family that seem to get off on this shit on a daily basis. That's not a very nice thing to say about him. I mean, don't kick a man while he's dead. It's just like, oh yeah, I mean, he wasn't that great. His swordsmanship was noob at best.
Yeah, kind of a cock, if I'm honest. Dad, please, this is her dad, right?
I'm pretty sure it is, but then again, this whole thing is sort of like, I'm trying to pay attention to like the whole origin of this betrayal, that honestly the characters are starting to blend together a bit.
Oh, I'm gonna look after this, let's see,
I mean, we're at the point where we're probably a little bit past spoiler territory at this point, so it's probably safe now. Oh yes, the old, I lie and betray because I wish to preserve their happiness. Yeah, we've heard it all before. Spoken like a true politician.
Oh, Jesus. The internet, Jack. Memes.
Oh yes, I was the ninja that decided to wield a battle axe because reasons.
Why not, man? You know, I love weapon variety. Look at the fucking size of that thing!
Yeah, let's see how your katana deals. Ooh! He's being double teamed. It's like Ornstein and Smau or Slow or whatever his name was from Dark Souls.
Just humming a little tune to get me through this very dreadful time, right here.
He's laying on the guilt thick to try and get her back on the winning team, so to speak. Come on! Don't take this shit sitting down! Slice him!
He has echoed her name inside his mouth, and now they all die.
Oh, there we go. It's just, wait, what am I doing? I have a second katana.
Ah, what are you doing? Get your sword! You idiots, we all have swords! Can't get enough of that crunchy snow. Oh my god!
So they're literally just killing themselves for all this?
Kakadashe?
I honestly don't know what the hell's going on. It's just like, oh yes, we kill ourselves. This is all part of the plan. He won't see it coming.
Well, let's just say they're sending assassins after him. There are 4 in total, and we've seen 3 so far.
So I imagine he's the 4th. As he just said, it's now up to me, so I'm gonna go out there and show them all how it's done.
And I have a keyblade, so you know I'm serious. Aww.
Umbrellas! Get your umbrellas here!
Not the time. Jeez.
It's just like, dude, you realize like 3/4 of your clientele is now dead in the snow. He's just like, damn it, you killed my best customers! Revenge!
I have come for my not wife. Is she here?
No, but I have this nice umbrella.
Could I interest you in an umbrella in this trying time?
No, you cannot.
That's a nice visual. The footsteps with the bloody footsteps.
It's gonna be really awkward if he comes along now. It's just like, oh, you're kind of pretty much on death's door. I could just slowly walk away and you'll never actually catch me, and then you'll just die.
I did it! I killed Kenshin! It was me!
I mean, of course no villain would actually think that, you know, that would just be too smart and convenient. I mean, this isn't Mortal Kombat Conquest here.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow, this would make a great cover to a metal album. And somewhere along the lines of metal, I was thinking, wait, I've seen this Iron Maiden music video before!
I think you are dead. I'm not entirely sure what's happening here.
It seems to be sort of like the near-death experience flashback, which will give him the power boost that he needs to finish the job. So I've been waiting here for 2 fucking hours! Where the hell is he?
Where the fuck is this guy? Oh right, maybe I should have sent assassins after him.
It's like, I know they say revenge is a dish best served cold, but I'm getting frostbite over here!
But this is ridiculous.
I'd laugh if he's like, so you're finally here, it took you 8 hours, he like goes to sheath his sword, like one of his fingers falls off from the frostbite. It's like, oh great, now I can't move my leg.
Okay, I don't think that man is Tomo's father, because I can't find anything here. I may be wrong, I'm not entirely sure.
So much of a mystery, not even the wiki knows his origins and what he is. I was gonna say, like, what happened? Did you get the limited time offer of 2 near-death experiences for the price of 1?
Lucky boy. I could flow motion off those trees.
But no, he woke up. He now knows what he must do. Imagine if he was just drunk. He wasn't like stabbed or anything like that. He just comes in drunk. Just like, I'm here to fight you and get my woman back. It's like, Kenshin, you're drunk. I can't get my revenge while you're inebriated. It's like, fuck you, you're not my real dad. Look at yourself. You drank 3 bottles of vodka before coming here. This isn't an assassination. This is an intervention. We're all worried about you, boy. You need help.
You don't have honor, unlike us, who attack people.
Yeah, we have things to protect. You ain't got shit except for your sword and your fucking Beyblade.
Alright, he's a chief. Okay, cool. That's all we need to know. He bad, Kenshin good.
Chief Back and Stab, as we like to call him.
I'm gonna kill you!
This will probably end very anticlimactically. It'll be done in one sword swipe. I'm calling it now. Oh, no, maybe not.
Just punch the motherfucker. Yeah, how do you like that?
It's like, the more I see him, the more he literally just looks like anime Qui-Gon Jinn. It's like, so weak, I got this cloth gauntlet that just literally blocked your attack. How does this make you feel?
Dying, mostly. No, go away! You're a ghost! Or maybe I'm the ghost all along.
Brace's nightmare has come to fruition. He utters but one sentence to Moe. I know you are faking it. And then he just disappears.
Oh god, is she gonna commit suicide? That's the vibe I'm getting.
Well, I mean, the way that the chief was talking to her does seem like, yeah, you're useless and, like, you couldn't even protect your first love and whatever, and it's all your fault. You're not nothing. You can't do what we want. You can't do what you want. You're good for nothing. Sorry about that. I think I went into, like, a Randy Savage style rant there for a second. I was just missing some coffee creamer just to throw at the monitor.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought this was Japan. Oof. By God, he is dead. Stop the match.
He killed him! It's like, seriously, he's coming out with a sword and he's just throwing wrestling moves out at him. What the hell's going on?
And now a single knife. What could piss him off the most, do you think?
Probably Tomoe stabbing herself in front of him.
The silent scream is the most deadly.
Because no one can hear it. Except for dogs.
I hate you!
Bitch, you barely know me!
Flower arranging in the midst of death. Oh.
So let's face it, you only started falling in love with her because she displayed herself to you naked.
Well, hey, check out the goods on the shelf.
Oh yes, me likey. Guess who? Now's not really the time!
You are the most infuriating stand. Jesus Christ.
You just imagine, like, halfway through the JoJo and Deer battle, Star Platinum still had, like, that goofy shit from, like, the baby stand. It's like, guess who? And just gets stabbed in the face by Dio. Oh, you could feel the force behind that.
God, he just Metal Gear Raid him.
Oh, noes! She was trying to protect him, but in doing so, put herself in harm's way.
I guess that's a form of betrayal. Fuck. I'm gonna be honest, I knew she was gonna die. I didn't think Kenshin was gonna be the one to kill her.
Worst ending. Reload from last save point.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do you like King Crimson did Bruno. I'm sorry. I'm very attached to these characters in a relatively short amount of time. I thought she was a main character in the actual series, but I guess that's only through like flashbacks and whatnot.
Yeah, through my initial research into the actual series, just to try and get a fair amount of background here.
There we go. She's the one who gives him the other half of the X.
I dub thee, Sir Kenshin, Knight of the Round Table. It's like, bitch, you did it wrong.
Alright, just give me 1 second. 1 second. Anagram. Let's see. Maker. Okay, I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Seems like a bit of an odd parting gift. It's just like, look, this thing's been annoying me all day. I'm gonna make it symmetrical so it looks even. OCD causes you to do weird things sometimes.
It does. It does.
And Anishi, seeing what true revenge looks like. See, killing doesn't get you anywhere.
Okay, now that he has his ex, he is Shin X.
Ah, very clever.
She marked him with an X. What do you want from me? I'm not going to commentate. Fuck off.
Well, we know where part of the Samurai X thing came from, I imagine.
Yeah, very much so, mate. Let's see. I think there is some information regarding the different versions of stuff here. Let's see. Differences from the manga. Kenshin's first scar. In the OVA, after Kenshin receives the first half of his cross-shaped scar on his face from Tomoe's fiancée, the wound bleeds over and over again with each subsequent kill he commits for a while, possibly a sign of his guilty subconscious. Though it is suggested to him on a more superstitious level that the vengeful spirit of the dead man who gave him the scar is causing its continuous bleeding. In the manga, however, the scar does not ever reopen after he receives it.
Ah, but it did reopen in this here OVA at the point where he realized, oh, Tomoe was totally gonna betray my ass.
Tomoe actually giving him the scar is an accident in the manga.
Oh, okay, so they went with an entirely different significance this in the OVA, where it's deliberate, although I have to admit, although it does give him what he was known for, I'm not entirely sure what the reasoning was behind it, except for, oh, wait a minute, I think I just got it. He got the first scar from her first love, right? So she gave him the second scar, so it's like they're both together again, and living on precariously through Kenshin, via an X-shaped scar. It all makes sense!
Ah! I have 2 swords, you have 1. Let us see how math works here in this alley.
Oh shit, I just picked a fight with Zoro, just like free sword style. Oh, I'm fucked!
I'm sorry. The body's still here, I haven't actually decided to move it yet. Oh, this is gonna be satisfying. You silly, snaky motherfucker.
The fortune cookie warned me of this. Oh, is that his old teacher?
I'm not sure, honestly.
I mean, he has the long hair and sort of like the shadowy figure, and it kinda looks like him from facial features, but at the same time, it's not 100% confirmed.
Let's see, I can tell you if you'd like.
Save it for the end, just in case it like comes up in the next 7 minutes.
It doesn't, I've checked the plot to be sure.
In that case, lay it on me.
The assassin's name is Shishio Makoto. Let's have a look here. Ooh, he is actually a villain. He's the primary villain of the series Kyoto arc.
Ooh, so maybe there'll be more betrayal later on. I mean, if he's an assassin that's basically saying, oh yeah, he'll be able to handle all your shit for you. And then just all of a sudden he comes up and just like, I've got my next target. It's you! From what he's alluding to there, he's sort of going to be adopting the Vashta Stampede way of doing things. Yeah, I'm going to continue using my sword/gun, but I'm not actually going to kill people. The only difference is I think Trigun eventually realized that he couldn't really go about that way of thinking forever. Eventually he has to kill someone because of the life that he chose for himself.
No.
At the same time, I can sympathize, but do you really have to set fire to a perfectly good house and your prized Beyblade? It's just like, I'm not into Beyblade, I'm into Yu-Gi-Oh! Now. It's what all the cool kids are playing.
Well, looks like the struggles of this place aren't over yet, but that's beyond what we were commissioned to do.
I'll just slice every nerve in your body so that you'll still be alive, thus honouring my creed or whatever.
I'll do this one, and a killing weeks.
You know, it's a bit odd seeing a sword fight start without immediate bloodshed.
Really nice animation here.
I like to think that he didn't actually receive that wound from the sword, he just like bit the inside of his gum whilst he was fighting. He's pulling the Anderson. Stay away, that man is way too much for you to handle. Eight ball in the corner pocket.
What the fuck?
Not sure how to feel about this style of animation, though, I have to be honest.
Yeah, at least it's burning it into my brain.
I suddenly feel the urge to join the Navy, Tom.
Even at Niage. That was a cool fight. I could really go for a Stargate right now. Oh, and my fucking dead wife!
I shouldn't laugh.
I'd laugh to hide the tears. I'm dead inside.
Well, sometimes it's the only thing you have. Alright, so he is still killing people, so I'm not entirely sure what the whole spiel from earlier is. Maybe it was a case of, okay, after this war is over, never again.
Yeah, that's basically how it is.
I imagine that's probably what it was, but I probably just missed that extra bit at the end.
Don't forget, this is set before the main series. He hasn't gotten his wooden sword yet, I don't think.
Well, I mean, a wooden sword, if you sand it down enough, is still fairly deadly.
Oh, a wooden sword.
It's the starting weapon for every MMORPG or just RPG in general.
Mm-hmm.
You start with a wooden stick, you work your way up to, like, mahogany, and then you start wielding the metal.
I'm not actually sure if it is a wooden sword or not, but it's the one that has the cutting edge on the inwardly curved side of the sword, thus being nearly incapable of killing.
Ah, that would make sense. I suppose wood probably helps the whole not killing thing a little bit more, since, obviously, it can take a little bit of effort to make wood sharp enough to do that, plus it'll just blunt over time. At least his wound isn't opening up again.
Well, give it some time.
I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for that one trickle of blood and just to think, I thought I was past this.
I wonder if Psyx's design in KH was inspired a bit on this.
It's a possibility. I mean, this show was very iconic and well received. I mean, it's up there with some of the legends as far as anime in general is concerned.
Right, so the upheaval is over.
And many turnips were grown in a field.
Ah, beauticious.
Ah, there's the old master, I believe.
Aww. He's learned his lesson.
Mm-hmm. It's like, there is nothing more I can teach him. So I'll just have to become the villain.
No, that's not actually what I think happens. So.
Well, I mean, if it was any other anime, it probably is exactly what happens.
Oh, that's a good ending.
Very good. I enjoyed the hell out of that.
I'm going to close that down. So, Volk, that was Ruroni Kenshin, Trust and Betrayal. How do you think of the OVA as a whole, mate?
The OVA as a whole, I think I actually really like it because it offers something a little bit different in each act. Like, Act 1 was sort of like your introduction to, like, the violence and the sheer killing power of this samurai that has suddenly just appeared out of nowhere under the mentorship of apparently one of the best. Then the second episode was, like, some set building towards, like, what would set off the roots of Betrayal to begin with. The third was very, as I said, environmental and very ambient, very much just quietly living about their lives as the seeds of Betrayal begin to grow. And then, of course, everything goes down in the fourth episode. Lots of death, lots of tragedy, the war ends, and Kenshin swears off killing people after that point. So it offered a little bit different with each individual act, and it all comes together very nicely, and I'm struggling to think of anything really bad to say about it, but I will only say against it that maybe at some points it was a little bit lulsome, but that's the only other thing I can think of.
I'm not entirely sure lulsome is a word. Dry would probably be better, but Volk, I appreciate your words and your wordsmithery. Again, a series I didn't really follow, a style I'm not really too into, but I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that a lot, and yeah, I don't really have much bad to say about it. I will say Acts 3 and 4 got me more engaged than 1 and 2, but you've got to have the build-up for the whole thing to matter. So taken together instead of separately, that was a really good OVA, and I'm glad we got a chance to watch it. So thank you very much, Rob, for allowing us to watch all 4 acts of Ruroni Kenshin, Trust and Betrayal. If you guys want to commission your own Patreon TV comms, you can check the prices on the HFC Patreon, and we will do what you like. You can have up to just over, like, an hour 15's worth of stuff to take your pick. You can have TV, you can have, like, cartoons, you can have anime, like you've seen here, and so on and so forth. So, yeah, please support HFC and get some cool stuff in return. But please be patient, we have a backlog, and also I'm lazy as shit. We'll see you next time for another round of HFC Patreon TV comms, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.